Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night. Where tonight we come to you live from Mid Ohio. Stunningly, for some reason, it's an amazing race tonight. Everyone's turned up, and we've literally we had the biggest strength of field we ever had a few weeks ago, and tonight we've eclipsed it by some margin. But we're here for round 8, season 25 of Sunday Night Lights. I'm Alex McKellar, and joining me, as always, is the chaotic one himself, Corey. Bit of chaos here tonight, that's for sure. I've been blown away already.
Yeah, exactly, Alex. We're both in a complete state of shock. 55.93 is the strength of field, absolutely bombing the old record we just set, what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Absolutely incredible. You needed a 44.22 to get into this field, Alex. Absolutely incredible.
Crazy stuff. Let's see the who's who of Skippy racing that have turned up tonight. We've got Naui Nagai, the number one again. Expect him, even amongst this field, to really go close to sticking it on pole. He can steer in quali. Drove away from them in the warm-up race. Let's see how he goes from here. Julian O'Fray is car number 2, leading the championship, of course. The Frenchman, looking to see what he can do. Christian Perez joins us again after that sensational drive we saw a few weeks ago at Laguna Seca, hoping for a better result here, of course, but nonetheless, it's great to see the Iberian driver back again. Pablo Espez. Haven't seen Pablo in a while. I haven't seen Espez, and he's a young driver, young Spanish driver, and lightning fast, so I expect to see good things from him. Nathan Wade, the UK&I driver, joins us once again. The 5-plated car, Oscar Chinchilla Maza, one of the great Iberian Skippy drivers, once again joining us as car number 6. The Great Dane himself, Dennis Johansson, race driver 77 on Twitch. He joins us tonight as car number 7. 8-seated tonight, Rodrigo Duran, not a driver we've seen before, but for Volcano Racing, and a beautiful little icon there in his overlay there. Giuseppe Tellini, the first and of 2 Italian drivers here tonight, is car number 9. Gail Kawabe rounds out the top 10 seedings. The Japanese driver, 1 of 3 here tonight, Corey.
That's right, Alex. Coming up next as the 11th plated car is Loris Amadio from Italy. Great to see the Italian driver out here, and so strange to see him have a bigger number than 10 next to his name. Same too for Takumi Yamato from Japan Club is the 12th plated car. But the first of our Oz and Z pairing in Corey Lean as the 13th plated car here tonight. We haven't seen him the past couple of weeks. It's going to be good to see him out there and see what he can do in the race tonight, Alex. And then we have our 2 UK&I drivers, Anthony PM Jones in the 14th plated car. It was great to see him making a return. And Kevin Budgun, also from UK&I, is the 14th plated car. And wrapping up the field, just squeezing in, Mr. Vasco Swarovski and his army of spotters, Alex.
Yeah, that's right. The Team Clowns driver sneaking in 44.22. I rate he just snuck it in, so well done to Vasco. Anthony Jones for Team Torpedo, sitting on top of the pops early, leading the way after 1 lap with a 36.4. The drivers will be challenged around here tonight. Of course, it's a very technical track, very tough to pass. Really, it's going to be that section at the end of the big back straight down into 4, 5, and 6, where all the action is going to occur by way of overtaking. Can lead to some frustration as well, depending on how well you go in your passing opportunities, Corey. So I expect to see in this caliber of field a bunch of folks trying to get it done through that little section in and around China Beach, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. Another place that you could get us maybe a sneaky overtake is going into turn 12, the carousel. It's not usually considered an overtaking opportunity, but last season when we came here, a lot of the drivers set out of their way to prove us wrong, and we definitely saw a couple of exciting moments going into that corner.
Yeah, 100%. And it'll be last desperate dash of those folks trying to get past there at the end, I would imagine. For those who've qualified a bit further back, who might see that as an opportunity to move forward in the early stages as well. So, look, plenty to see here tonight, and what is our most amazing field ever as Kevin Bugden jumps up inside the top 10 with his first lap, hoping to do better than that. Of course, Nagai outdone by Jones here tonight. Jones is done though. He's had enough. He's put it in the pits. He did too, and he's still provisionally on pole. Mario has put it in the pits. Nagai, he's the one to watch. Swarovski, get that in here. The ANZ driver up provisionally into second. Now third as Wade puts in his second lap, Corey. Things are starting to get busy. Yamato again, Corey. I want to see where Nagai's going.
Well, that's going to be the ultimate question as Nagai is just negotiating the final corner now, coming down the front straight to see what kind of a time he can put in. And straight up to the top with a 36.2, Alex.
Beautiful run there from Nagai. What's he, 10th and a half ahead of Yamato. Japanese drivers locking out the front row, if you don't mind. Well done. Yokudekimashita there. Well done to the Japanese drivers there. Kawabe, the final one. He's no, he's done his 2 laps. He's out. I think everyone's done. No, it's Amadio and Bugden left on their closing laps. What have these drivers got? The UK and I driver and the Italian. What have these two got for us? Bugden is becoming somewhat of a regular for Nippy Racing here on a Sunday night. What's he got for us here as he comes through the final section out of the carousel to cross the line on the second of his 2 flying laps? He's only got a 37 dead. That's not going to do it here tonight. And Amadio now coming through the final section of the track. Through the carousel this time round as he lets it run out. Oh, did not track out as far as he could have. Maybe not carrying the speed that he wanted to. Now through the final series corners now. Through the final corner. What's it? No, he's backed out, Corey. That's it. Amadio to start 13th. And
I was having a look at him earlier on in this lap, Alex, and he had a big slide out moment. So, fortunately, that was his qualifying run done and dusted right there.
Absolutely. And once again, Naoya Nagai, somewhat as predicted, has taken out the pole position. The Japanese driver, he's just got something in quality, and he must be passing it on to his compatriots because Yamato has locked out second position as well. Amazing stuff. O'Fray, the current series leader, he's relegated to 9th. He will be looking to push forward from there. Espez, a little bit underdone for practice. He'll be starting right at the back as he's obviously using the final few seconds to see, well, to do his sighting laps, I guess. And while he's doing that, don't forget, folks, to check out the Locked On iRacing podcast this week. Comes out on Thursday this week. And, of course, we do the SNL wrap each and every week along with all the local news and views of iRacing in the ANZ Club. And it's a great place to go check out what's going on. But let's check out, speaking of checking out what's going on, let's check out the grid for the biggest strength of field we've ever seen, Corey. Here tonight, it's Japanese lockout on the front row. Naoya Nagai with a 36.2. 10th and a half ahead of Takumi Yamato, the other Japanese driver on the front row. And fantastic drive for both of them. Nathan Wade, UK and I, he's starting third. Christian Perez for Fasto Arturo team. He joins Nathan on the second row. Team Torpedoes, Anthony Jones, great to see him back. He starts 5th. Vasco Swarovski momentarily on pole for this one. Ends up 6th. Gol Kawabe, the third of the Japanese drivers here, starting from 7th. Rodrigo Duran for Volcano Racing, he starts 8th in his debut. Julien O'Fray from France starts 9th, just ahead of Oscar Marzard for the Iberian, who starts 10th. The Great Dane, Dennis Johansson, he starts in 11th, and 12th for Doctors Waves Italy is Giuseppe Tellini. Going over the page, 13th tonight, Loris Amadio, the other Italian driver, starts 13th. 14th for Nippy Racing is Kevin Bugden. Corey Lean, the other ANZ driver in the field, starting 15th, just ahead of Pablo Espez, the Iberian driver, who starts in the final position on our grid here tonight, Corey.
It should definitely be a very exciting race that we have on our hands here, Alex. As we've alluded to several times so far, the biggest strength of field ever, and everyone is probably just overflowing with excitement. I know Dennis Johansson has already promised to go full send as everyone's on the grid. The red lights mean rev, and the green lights mean go. We're underway for round number 8 here from the Mid-Ohio circuit as the field goes streaming down into turn number 1. And it looks like everyone already starting to get single filed out here, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. These guys, oh, I tell you, I watched a bit of Johansson during the week. He's already starting to get, he went around the outside early on as the driver's coming into turn 2. Oh, Yamato's gone. How many is he taking with him? Oh, that was interesting. Unfortunate for Yamato, but it looks like most of it, oh, he's lost the rear. Yeah, that's gone. Let's come back to that one. I don't know if he had some help there or whether he just lost it under braking on lap 1. But tragic start for the guy starting on the front row of the grid for the first time. It's such a bumper field as they go 2 by 2 into 4, 3 wide in some places, just avoiding China Beach. Look at them all. They're so deep and wide here, Corey.
It's crazy the action that we're seeing right now, but this is what we got to expect from the start of the race. I also saw Nathan Wade, one who went sliding through that second corner of the keyhole, and he's actually lost a lot of positions as well here, Alex. Can't actually see where he's at exactly right now, but he's mired in the middle of the field, I think.
Yeah, Wade, yeah, he's down 5 positions in 8th at the minute. And what this does mean, though, with Yamato having that spin, Nagai-san, he's already out to 1.2 second lead, and he can run, rabbit, run from there. You watch Nagai-san, he will head for the hills. Swarovski, the big winner there, as well as Jones and Kawabe, all up 3 spots. O'Fray similarly up 4 spots, but Swarovski sitting in a podium position, the ANZ driver in the biggest strength of field we've ever seen. Corey, what more could you ask for?
I don't know what else we're going to ask for, Alex, but he's looking like he wants to try and make a move on Anthony Jones here in the keyhole. Manages to back out of it. Oh,
Kawabe's
and around
now
goes Kawabe.
Oh dear, let's go check out what happened there. We'll go check out what happened. Oh, I'm just trying to see if he it looks like he gets tagged from behind by the 8 car of Duran, and that's put Kawabe off into the fence and ends his night. That's 2 out of the 3 Japanese drivers gone, Corey, and not what they were looking for here tonight.
No, definitely not. They'll be very disappointed with that, especially Kawabe-san, because he was on for a good result there. In other news, Alex, Vasco Swarovski overtook Anthony Jones going into turn 4, currently sitting in the 2nd position.
Crazy stuff. Swarovski, all the hard yards are paying off. He's up in the podium points, the biggest race we've ever seen. Look at all the cars streaming behind him, using every bit of the track and more. But it's Swarovski coming in the carousel at the end of lap 2, getting it done at the moment. I'm just going to go back and see what happened to Yamato. Oh, no, that's not it. I'm trying to see what happened here at the start of the race. Yeah, that's where he went. No. Oh, I don't want to miss too much here while we watch that. I'll see if I can grab it at the end, Corey, but can't see if it was 2 Japanese drivers in 2 laps who had a bit of help getting off the track at turn 2. But for the moment, Corey, it's the other Japanese driver, Naoya Nagai, running away with it.
Nagai looks like he's going to be completely unchallenged in this race. 2.2 seconds is his lead, Alex, at the moment, so he should be in absolute cruise mode. I've been watching this second group here. It's second to about 5th. And these guys battling pretty hard. As you can see, Anthony Jones trying to look for the outside pass on Swarovski this time. And he should be able to do it before they get down into turn 4. Although deep under brakes goes Vasco, trying to hold it up on the inside. It's going to become the outside here for turn 5. And he could end up potentially losing out more positions than he thinks. But it looks like he's going to hold on to that 3rd right now, Alex. But here comes O'Fray now, trying to put his nose in it.
Yeah, look, that 4, 5, 6 series of corners around China Beach is where it all gets done as they crest the hill into Thunder Valley on the tail end of lap 3. But O'Fray now looking on the outside, compromising the line of Swarovski through the final sector, looking to go around the ANZ driver and get the inside through the carousel this time. But this also lighting up the eyes of Anthony Jones, the Team Torpedo driver, and up the inside, it's Duran this time. Rodrigo having a look on the ANZ driver as well. Swarovski looking to fend off some of the best drivers in the world, still in the podium contention at this stage, but slowly getting monstered by some of the Europeans.
And that's something that will happen when you get caught in a wrong position at the wrong time. Luckily, looks like he's fallen into line now, trying to hold on to the draft of O'Fray, while also now defending from Duran, who's trying to go for the outside move of the keyhole. It can be done, but it's very difficult to do. And it looks like Swarovski's going to hold on to that one now. Again, another long drafty straight here, Alex. So we'll see what happens when the action heads into turn 4.
Yeah, like I said, the primary passing opportunity largely because it's the longest straight. The only time other than at the exit of turn, no, not even the exit of turn 1 that you get into 5th gear. So, but what this has been doing is it's really separating that front 4 because as Swarovski's getting shuffled back, it's compromising the speed of the guys that go past him as well as his own Corey. So, you've got to think 2 laps back he's sitting in 2nd. Now he's sitting in 5th. And coming under pressure by one of the best in the world. Next is Christian Perez. Perez tucked in behind Swarovski now. He's 6/10 behind him. Don't expect him to stay that far for too long, although he's mowing the lawn behind Swarovski at the moment in his attempt to get onto the ANZ driver.
Perez, definitely one of our more tenacious drivers, looking to improve himself after starting up in the 4th position. And, you know, as you said, he's one of the more tenacious drivers we got, one of the more aggressive ones too. But in saying that, Swarovski is definitely no pushover, Alex, and he's actually trying to get back into that 4th position, trying to look for a way around Duran wherever he can.
Yeah, absolutely. But what we have seen is a 1 second gap open up to Jones and O'Fray as they run up into turn 2, which is, of course, is another legit passing opportunity. We see Swarovski show the nose, but pull in behind, but Perez looming large behind him. The Spaniard really all over the back of Swarovski now. And like I said, don't expect it to say 6/10 for too long. It's now down to 3. And it'll be Perez looking to see what he can do into the overtaking zone of turn 4. Similarly, it's O'Fray who leapfrogs straight past Jones, who helped him along his way, or made it easy for him at least. And Duran now, the debutant here on a Sunday night, 8th plated car. Can you believe it? 8th plated car, I rating of 5,800. Get that in here. And he's showing every bit of it here tonight. Really some great pace early on, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. And what an incredible sentence that is. 8th plated car, 5,500 I rating. You'd never see it in any other series unless you're looking at the Pro Series. Because the numbers that we're getting here tonight are absolutely incredible. As I heard a little bit of contact there. I think there might have been a little bit of netcode between Swarovski and Perez. Squeezed him into the fence a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, but Perez using every bit of grass he could find. I'm worried about his incident count at this stage. He is absolutely maximising the track width, to put it mildly. But I'm looking at lap times, and O'Fray did a 35.7, which was about 2/10 quicker than the guy, and they're catching him. He had a 2-second lead. It's now down. Oh, am I wrong? No, 3 seconds. He's going. Sorry, I got excited there for a second. I thought it was under 2 seconds. But we're going to have a massive monster pack at the front. That would have been magic. But Nagai is off to the races. He's gone. Count it to Nagai 2.0. He's your provisional victor at this stage. But behind him, you've got Jones and O'Fray working smartly together. And 3 wide. Is it going to be 3 wide? Perez now looking out the inside. Oh, there is a big contact there. They rub wheels. Swarovski's off into China Beach. Can he get it out of the sand? Yes, he can. Looked like a little net Cody. Vasco, don't come back on the apex there, my friend. He's managed to get it done, though. He didn't quite beach it. But is he carrying damage or just getting up to speed? I think there was a bit of net code there, Corey. What do you reckon?
I think there was definitely a little bit of netcode there, Alex. As I said, I heard them maybe having a little bit of a netcode contact earlier on in the previous lap. So maybe just a little bit of netcode bubbles going on and not playing too nicely there. But Perez still sitting right up there now in the top 5. And he's looking to start working over on Rodrigo Duran now.
Yeah, that's it. Now, I'm going to see if I can't spot that incident and just grab another look, because my view on it was that yeah, look, there's a little bit of netcode contact initiated at the rear wheels clip, and then Swarovski, who's now in the pits, has unfortunately missed out on that one. But Perez lives to fight another day. An unfortunate part of internet racing. What could have been for Swarovski here tonight as Perez looks to go for his next mark, which is debutant Rodrigo Duran. Oh, and the 7 car, if you don't mind, the Great Dane chucks it up the inside of 4. Get that one into you as well, he says. The Doggo-mobile is having a night out. To Johansson up 6 positions, only bested by O'Fray and Espes. Espes now the big mover in the field as well. He's up 7 positions into 9th. O'Fray up 7 into 2nd. And driving the Doggo-mobile, the Great Dane, Dennis Johansson up 6 to be in the top 5, Corey.
We're seeing some incredible passing going on right now, Alex, and EJ did say in the Twitch chat here just before the race started that we've got to expect him to go full send, and he's definitely shown it. That was a very last-minute move that he pulled going into turn 4, and it's exciting stuff. Let's see what he does now that he's just behind Perez, because I don't think he want to be sitting there for too long, especially with the top 3 just looming up ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check back in. Nagai, he's gone 2.9 seconds. Well, they pegged him a little bit. It was 3 seconds last lap, but I don't think with about half distance to go that he's going to be caught at this stage, although these guys are working very hard. Speaking of working hard, big lock up for Johansson as he comes through turn 2. No one to overtake that time round, but now the longest drafting point in the place, and Johansson looking to take advantage of it if he can, but I don't think he's got a move on him this time round. But this is a big pack. You're talking what, second and third, Jones and O'Fray. Yeah, look, they're going to get caught by Perez here, and that's going to take us all the way down to Mazda in P7. So we're going to have a battle for 2 to 7 here, Corey, and the biggest night we've ever seen here on a Sunday night.
That is just excellent to see, Alex. These guys coming together, having a bit of fun, racing hard. I mean, we know some tempers may be flaring throughout the field from some incidents throughout the race. These guys are going to be putting on shows. I could hear someone screeching their tyres, and I think that might have been Dennis Johansson, Alex.
Yeah, I think he might have done that one on his own, pushing it a little bit hard. I can't even pick up the... Yeah, there we go. Let's see what we can see there for Johansson. No, it's just an off-track earlier on. Oh, geez, he's giving it everything there. No, I think it was on his own, though, for Johansson. Now he's got some work to do. He's got to get a couple back. He's got to get Mars and Duran before he can get to Perez. Although Perez is now sitting on the back of O'Fray and Jones, and these 3 look to have a little gap now. Nearly 2 seconds. So I think the podium positions will be fought out between those 3. And Nagai, once again, you can just see him running away with it, Corey. So a couple of pockets of excitement developing here on our biggest night. Corey, we've got battles of 3s going on. We got Jones, O'Fray and Perez fighting for the minor positions on the podium, and the final spot in the top 5 being fought out by Duran, Marza and the Great Dane, Dennis Johansson.
I do believe if Dennis can get onto the front of that little group of 3 as the ones battling out for the podium were just 3 wide for a brief second. Perez now up into P2. If our second group of 3 here can let Dennis be on the front, I believe that they might be in a shot for catching up to this second pack, the first pack of 3, Alex. We could end up having a 6-car battle for the podium. Even though these 3 in the second, third, and fourth positions are definitely no slouches, Dennis Johansson is on an absolute mission right now.
Yeah, he's already got past. No, he hasn't. He's sitting on the back there. I thought he was going to go past Duran there, but not this time round, although he's showing the nose everywhere he can. Meanwhile, Perez, if you don't mind, straight into P2, and he's going to see what he can do about a 2.9 second gap. I don't know. He's got nearly half the race to do it, Corey. He's got 6 laps. He's done the fastest lap of the race with a 35.2. No doubt it helped with draft down the big back straight where he did a 2-for-1 overtake from memory. But that was half a second quicker, Corey. So well within his rights to think he's got a chance.
Absolutely, Alex. I mean, as long as there is, more than one person in the group, then anyone has a chance, especially if collectively they can go half a second faster than the person they're trying to chase down. And the guy is no slouch. he will be absolutely sending it as hard as he can just to try and maintain this gap. But I don't know, with this group of three that he has behind him, and the second group of three as well, his chances could be a little bit limited here, Alex.
Could be. The pack now, Johansson, as you said, on a tear. He's back up to being 6 positions up from where he started, and he wants a piece of the podium. Question is, with Perez on the front of it, is he going to catch him? Perez, an outstanding skippy driver, in all honesty. I reckon he'd go close. Well, I've got to say, Nagai's almost, the pace of this field, but Perez looking to disprove it if he can. He's probably the class of the racing potential. I don't know. So many big names in here, Corey. I don't know who's got what, but it's just great to see them all out there.
That's exactly right, Alex. And this is something that we've always said, if we had every big name that we've seen throughout all the seasons come out and race, we would have such an incredible strength of field. And just looking at the caliber of the drivers that we got right now, they're definitely showing while these guys are the ones on top. Because, they're just doing some absolutely masterful things right now. And it's going to be interesting to see if this second group can actually catch Nagai-san. And if they can, just goes to prove my point, Alex.
Yeah, that's it. Johansson, look at the attitude of the rear of the car of the dog-o-mobile. He's really tipping it in and getting great speed on exit as well. Duran, he's looking to, I don't know, he's just sitting there quietly after showing some good aggression at the start of the race. Meanwhile, O'Fray has decided now's the time to take his turn at the front. He's up again. He's up 7 positions, only bested by Pablo Espes, who's now in a battle with Amadio. Amadio, who's risen 4 positions himself. We've been seeing Amadio fight for podiums week after week. Tonight he's in a battle for 8th. That's where we're at tonight. Corey Lean sitting in 13th. Looks like he's got a bit of rear wing damage. We haven't seen much from the ANZ driver. Of course, we saw plenty of Swarovski early on. Oh, mate, I know he'll come and have a chat after the race. What a story of what tonight could have been for Swarovski, really. But meanwhile, it is O'Fray just almost lapping him at this stage. Sorry, Nagai almost lapping him at this stage. Although, with that draft, they've got it almost under 3 seconds. Oh, it's just kind of stabilising about 3 seconds. Look at that. As you see Nagai go through, that's what 3 seconds in a skippy looks like. It looks so long when you think about it, and they've only got 4 laps to go. They're really not making a dent in it, Corey.
It doesn't look like they can. I reckon the guy is just out there doing some qualifying laps right now, Alex, because he has been putting in the times. His fastest lap is a 35.563, mind you, and he's done that with no draft. It's only 3/10 slower than O'Fray's fastest lap, who now has the fastest lap of a race, with a 35.276.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's enough time for them to catch him.
No, that's it, mate. I mean, realistically, it was 2.5 tenths. It was all they caught him with draft, and you've still got to overtake the car in amongst that, which will cost you. Yeah, so I just can't see him do it, despite the class in that second pack. Jones is remarkably underrated. He's the 14-plated car here tonight. I rating just a tick under 5K at 48.50 something, and really right up there with some of the best going around. He's sticking it with O'Fray and Perez here, and look for him to make a move towards the end. Had some terrible luck here on a Sunday night, but tonight, hopefully the cards go his way. Meanwhile, Johansson is ahead of Marza and Duran as they come through the final sector, just ahead of Espes and Amadio, similarly locked in their own battle for the 6th and 7th position. Espes, really, we talked about him earlier on. He obviously hasn't done many laps here. I saw him racing Mazdas earlier tonight, and I don't know that he's done any skippies before tonight. He started last. He's up to 8th in this quality field. Fantastic drive from the young Spaniard. Meanwhile, Nagai, he's gone. As we said, he's about 2.9 ahead, and then just not closing in. Perez, that time round, only, in fact, he was 4 tenths quicker, but he had to overtake O'Fray in the meantime. So I'm not sure they actually got much return for that investment.
I don't think they got any return for that investment, Alex. I've been sitting here watching the gap. The closest that I see it go is about 2.7, and that's when they're all drafting here on the back straight together. But I never really see them close up any more than that. especially when they start getting into the S's heading towards Thunder Valley. I just don't know if these guys are really even trying to catch him anymore. I think they're mostly just trying to have this battle between the three of them for the podium.
Yeah, that's it. Could well be, mate. Really starting to think, or the work being done in between the, or underneath the visor, I should say, in between the ears, is how they're going to play it out. As we see once again, Perez just throwing it around. Not unlike Hansen on his day, who leads that secondary pack, well, that tertiary pack, really, if you're counting a guy as the first. He's going to have to battle with Marza and Duran. Of course, Johansson and Marza are no strangers. Often race together. Perez, O'Fray and Jones similarly. I think that it'll be very interesting to see how O'Fray and Perez duke it out in the final stages, Corey.
It's definitely going to be very interesting to see how it's going to go. But at the moment, it just looks like O'Fray and Jones right now kind of sitting in behind Perez right now. They're not really trying to battle him. Looks like they're just trying to wait out their time, because there's only going to be 2.5 laps to go when they start getting into the S's here. So, they're biding their time for now. They're going to wait for their moment to strike. And I reckon they're going to be saving it all for the last 2 laps when they do come up.
Yeah, absolutely. See Marza pulling out of the draft of Johansson. Johansson taking, well, it's a standard line, but it's defensive at the same time. But really, it's the standard line as Marza really just pulled out. Made sure, although Frey's made the move down the back straight, he's decided he wants to lead and defend for the last couple. It is notoriously difficult to pass here. So, he thinks he's going to back himself to defend through 4, 5 and 6 now as they come through the S's. And we could see it stretch out all the way through this section. It's not unheard of to go side by side over the crest into Thunder Valley to determine it. And as you say, Corey, there is a sneaky little chance through this final sector into the carousel, if all your other options are gone. So these guys already positioning, jockeying, as you might say, to determine where they'd like to be for the last couple.
Something that I just noticed a little bit then as they were coming through that final sector, Alex, is that Perez was letting that gap build up a little bit between himself and O'Fray. I reckon he could be trying to set up a move for possibly going into the keyhole here. Either that or he's just sizing it up, waiting for the opportunity after the keyhole. Doesn't want to catch up to O'Fray too quickly just yet. But with enough of a gap, he could get a really good slipstream going and get a really nice slingshot.
Yeah, it's either that, mate. That's one strategy, definitely. The other thing is he backs Jones out of an overtaking option, because you got to think Jones has got to, if he's going to make a move, it's got to be in this lap, because he needs to get past 2 cars in 2 laps. So if you back him up a bit, he doesn't quite get as good a run. And here we go, Perez going to go to the outside of O'Fray. It's starting to get busy behind as well. O'Fray looking to defend. He's got to defend from the hard charging Jones behind. What's going in the second pack? No, they're line astern. Oh, no. Yeah, no, Johansson's still on the front there. Perez has got through. O'Fray now is going to have to make a move in the final lap whilst defending from the hard charging Jones behind him. The Team Torpedo driver absolutely wanting a podium position on the biggest night for Sunday Night Lights.
Indeed, he does, Alex, as do all of these drivers. And only one of them's going to claim that they got the win in the biggest night of all nights here for SNL. And that accolade, as long as he doesn't make a mistake, which he's definitely not prone to, Nagai definitely going to take that one out, no worries at all. This second group, they're all vying for the second and third steps on the podium. And no one wants to be P4, Alex, because that's just as bad as getting constantly second.
Yeah, Perez now with a 1:35.1, 6/10 quicker than the guy's last lap. But it's too little too late in terms of taking this one out, but they will be fighting tooth and nail, as we see in the background. Johansson now, he's going to take a defensive line into the keyhole. We're all sort of there. It's going to come down to the 4, 5, 6 series of corners, as we said. The secondary pack now. O'Fray is going to have to go around the long way, around 5. Although you've got the inside through to 6. This is where the mind games come into play. O'Fray, now Perez forces him to the extreme left-hand side of the track. Jones is out of it. He's just watching. Oh, line astern if you don't mind. There you go. What's going on in the background? Similarly, What are they all doing, Corey? Oh, now I phrase into it. He says, I want some of this through 6. No, side by side. I said it could go all the way through to Thunder Valley, and it looks like it might. No, it's going to be Perez. Perez is going to get through. What's going on in the secondary pack? Yeah, they're line astern. What are they doing, Corey? They've left it all too late, as we see Perez now leading through the final, and it will come down to that last lap battle. He's so close, the last sector, but I want to catch Nagai coming through the carousel for the final time. Our winner from Japan. He's done it from flag to flag. Fantastic drivers. Nagai takes out the biggest night we've ever seen. Congratulations, and it is Perez just ahead of O'Fray, who looks pretty happy regardless. Corey, the Night of Nights has seen pretty strong racing in the end.
Indeed it has, Alex. There was a whole lot of strategy at play there. And it looks like Frey's strategy just didn't quite work out for him when it all came up to putting the cards on the table. I reckon he's still absolutely happy, Alex, because he had a great battle out here tonight. And at the end of the day, that's what we hope for these drivers to experience, is have some great battles, have some fun, and enjoy the racing. And geez, what a show do they put on for us here tonight, Alex. It's not hard to see why this is the biggest strength of field that we've ever accumulated.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It just goes to show you just how tough it is to pass here. I mean, you had O'Fray putting all sorts of pressure on Perez, as we see Kolabe-san finish his race, not where he wanted to finish. And of course, front row for Yamato off the start. He's going to come home second last, just ahead of Wade, who's going to give him curry all the way to the line by the looks. But, you know, I can't believe it's some of the best in the world on their cool-down laps, these two. Look at them go. I just couldn't make it happen, you know, like the speed of Perez through 5 really left O'Fray no option but to fall in behind him. And then, you know, really it was almost an easy defense, too easy for Perez in the end, to keep him out, as these boys having some fun with their podiums. Well done, gents. All right, let's go and check out our race results for Magnificent Night. Best night we've ever seen. All right, S25 round 8 from Mid-Ohio. Who would have thought Mid-Ohio would have cranked it? Takes shades of Sonoma a couple of seasons ago that took out the top of the pops, the strength of field. Now in a guy pole. I don't know if he got fastest lap, but he wasn't far off it, and the win. Led every lap. Fantastic effort for the Japanese driver. He will be grinning from ear to ear, I have no doubt. And sincerely, hontoni omedetou gozaimasu. Well done. Congratulations to Naoya Nagai. Christian Perez did fantastically well. Rose a couple of positions to take second. Julian O'Fray, 6 positions. He rose after not qualifying where he would have liked to finish third, just ahead of Team Torpedo's Anthony Jones. Great to see Jones have some luck here on a Sunday night. We want him to come back more and more for Team Torpedo. Results like that hopefully will help encourage him to do so. The Great Dane, Dennis Johansson, he's finished in 5th. He promised to send it, and we saw a couple of good sends in that one, and well done to Dennis. Oscar Maza, the Iberian, drove a steady race here tonight, up 4 positions to finish 6th. Rodrigo Duran, on his debut for Volcano Racing, he's finished 7th. Congratulations. Loris Amadio, the leading Italian driver here tonight, finishing in 8th. Pablo Espes qualified last, rose 7 positions to finish in 9th here tonight. Giuseppe Tellini, the Doctor's Wave Italy driver, he's finished in 10th. Kevin Bugden for Nippy Racing in 11th. Corey Lean ended up being the leading ANZ driver here tonight, finishing in 12th, just inside the SNL points. Vasco Sorowski for Team Clowns, after qualifying well up the order, sitting in 2nd in the early stages of the race. A bit of netcode with Perez, unfortunately, brought him undone and sent him off into China Beach. He's finished down in 13th. Gael Kawabe had some help, unfortunately, on the exit of on the entry to the keyhole. That saw him into the wall and finishing in 14th. Takumi Yamato similarly went off there. We'll have to go back and see if we can't see what caused it, but he's finished after qualifying on the front row, finished in 15th. Nathan Wade, UK&I driver, not having a great night out either, finishing in 16th, Corey. That's how they finished. Boggling to think the sort of the quality of field we saw out there. And really, I've got to tell you, the driving standard as a result, I thought was pretty damn good too.
Oh, it was definitely a damn good race, Alex, and yeah, as I've maintained, these guys definitely put up all of the action for us here. It's unfortunate that these incidents did happen to those guys who were mired down the field. Swarovski, Kawabe, Yamato, and Wade. But, sometimes that is an unfortunate part of motorsports racing. With how big of a quality of a field this was, everyone was going to be tight, especially towards the start. And, incidents are going to happen. They'll learn from whatever happened, and they'll come back bigger and better next week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So we've got a few of our drivers ready to come and have a chat. Pleased to say that we've got Mr. Christian Perez. Welcome, Christian, mate. Fantastic racing out there. Congratulations. You finished second in what is historically our strongest strength of field ever, mate. How was the racing out there tonight?
Thank you, Alex. Again, the best of best than Laguna.
Yeah,
I
mate.
didn't, I
Best
didn't
one
know.
ever. Best one ever. 5,500, mate. Crazy scene. So great racing as a result, yes?
Yeah. Well, I am now watching what happened on lap one because I know that Takumi, I didn't know how to spin. I assume that Nathan takes it a little bit. It's not good.
Yeah, that's a shame,
So
mate. It happens, unfortunately. It's a
yeah, a
big
little
part of
bit
racing, yeah.
of bad luck there. But well, the race was fun to to going overtaking little by little until you reach your target. Because now, yeah, today was super strong and uh, congrats to him. Was super fast today, and nothing to worry about him. But with Julian and Anthony, the group was almost cut, but thankfully for me, no, and we could fight a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like a bit of fun there, even though, out of the running for the win, Nagai-san, he really had great pace, as you say, put it on pole and did some really good, consistent laps. So hard to chase him down, but certainly, hopefully, a lot of fun along the way, mate. But listen, thank you. I sent you a message the other day after Laguna Seca. That was one of the best drives we've ever seen. Great drive again here tonight, mate, and hopefully we can see a few more times before the season's over. But thank you very much for joining us, Christian. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, say hello to before we let you go?
Well, I would like to congrats Takumi Yamato because he surprised me on quali and he crashed on T2, so I hope to see him and fight him on the next races.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And did you want to say hello or tell anyone about the Iberian Racing School?
I think that you guys will have news soon.
Oh, beautiful,
Alex, very
beautiful.
soon.
Good. Yeah,
We have to talk a little bit
I think we do.
of business.
Yeah. All right, mate. For those of you who don't know,
Okay.
Christian's one of the cheers, mate. Christian's one of the drivers helping out with the Iberian Racing School. Does some great lap guides. If you want to see some fast laps and how the quick guys do it, go check him out. Thanks, Christian. Great to see you, mate. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, ciao.
There you go, Corey. One of the best going around, Christian Perez. I love his team name, Faster Arturo Team. That one I'm sure goes out to Mr. Dennis Johansson. But anyway, what do you reckon, Corey? He's a funny guy and he's damn quick as well.
Well, that's definitely for sure, Alex. And he definitely had a very hard fought battle here tonight, trying to hold on to that second place with a fray. And it couldn't have been a better way to finish off that race. The way that he was able to hold on to it going in through the S's. He should be very proud of himself, and it's no wonder why. He is one of the fastest Iberians we have that comes to race with us week in and week out. We haven't seen him for a little bit, which is a little bit of a shame. Missing races here and there, but every time he comes onto the track, he is absolutely electrifying. Glad to see him a part of our racing scene once more.
Absolutely, mate. Not only one of the fastest Iberians, he's one of the fastest in the world. The winner of the final full season of the 2K Cup, and just a dominant force in Skippy racing. Well done to him. Now, we'll grab Mr. Julian O'Fray, who joins us once again. Finished P3 here tonight, Julian. Looked like a bit of fun out there, mate. Do you have fun?
Oh yeah. This race was fun. Nagai was really fast. Usually he's a monster in qualification, but here it was in during the race too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with Yamato having that incident in the opening stages of the race, it gave Nagai the chance to just put his head down and drive away while everyone else had to sort themselves out. So great drive for Nagai. But it looked like between yourself, Christian, and Anthony, you were having some fun at least, and the racing was great too.
Yep. It was fun. In first, when Christian come back to me, when we were 3 wide, I think I decided to brake more, to let him pass, and try to work with him to try to catch Nagai. But after a couple of laps, I realized it was just impossible because he was too fast.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It was. I wondered, if he got the great drive and you sort of had to pull in, but it's a deliberate choice there, and then it's just so hard to pass, isn't it? Particularly when the pace is so hot and the quality of driver around you. So, congratulations, Julian. It was a great race to watch. Our biggest strength of field ever, mate, and a podium for yourself. So, excellent result. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
We want to thank you, and just you this time, because I really like what you do.
Yeah, thanks, Julian. We do appreciate it, mate. And it's fantastic to see you here every week. And those points, no doubt, will keep you on top of the table as well. So something to look forward to there. So congratulations, Julian. And we look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you. Bye. See you next week.
There you go, Corey. Julian O'Fray, third place here tonight. We'll absolutely keep him on top of the tables, I would have thought.
It definitely should, Alex. And, as I said, a very hard fought P3. Just about had that second placing, but, those S's very hard to pass in. It was just a good, solid race altogether for Julian as well. He just knew where to make the passes and when to make them. And I reckon, if that second pack had gotten themselves a little bit more organised, we might have seen them battling for the lead there. But the guy was just a little bit too strong for them on this occasion.
Yeah, I reckon they would have struggled either way, mate. They did everything they could. They raced pretty smart. Nagai just had the legs on them tonight. But let us bring up Vasco Sorowski. Vasco, mate, you were in it up to your eyeballs. And then the dreaded netcode monster grabbed a hold of you and spat you out, and that was it, mate, off to China Beach.
Oh, well, guys, I can't always come in here when it's all good times, can I?
Yeah. But, mate, you were in it up to, as I said, in it up to your eyeballs with the best field we've ever seen.
Thanks, guys. No, yeah, it was all good, but like I said, I was talking to Christian just then, and just like I said, I don't know if everyone's what the trick is to getting the runs down the straight. I don't seem to be very good at them, and I was trying not to hold people up, but also go with them, and others were holding up. And then after we lost 2 or 3 spots, I was like, I can't just keep being nice, and kept it there. I thought we'll get Rodrigo at the same time, and both me and Christian will go through. But obviously, like you said, the big internet magnet sucked me in, and off we went. But anyway, what could have been, but we'll work on the next one, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, you've had a taste of the top end of town now, and my hope is that you've now developed the taste for it, and you'll be back for more, mate. But seriously, 5,500 strength of field, biggest one we've ever seen, and you're right up there. It shows the hard work's paying off. So congratulations for that, mate. And the results will come, I'm sure. So pleased to see you up there, mate. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Oh, thanks, Alex. You guys, you and Corey as always. Obviously the other drivers. I'll even give a shout out to Christian for giving me the hurry up. And obviously the usual boys, Doug, Greg, Martin, Justin, and of course my lovely daughter, Bethany.
Beautiful.
So,
Oh,
but thank you for all you guys do, and yeah, hopefully we'll get the Aussie flag up a little bit higher next time.
oh, mate, it was all there. Just the cards to roll your way, and I think we'll be there, mate. But congratulations and thanks for joining us, and look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
There you go, Corey. Pretty magnanimous in defeat there. Was young Vasco Swarovski. Great to see him out there, and mate, stunning performance to be right up there with the best in the world.
That's exactly right, Alex. And Vasco, definitely a character on and off track. Just got a little bit unlucky tonight with that little bit of net code. But we know that he'll bounce back bigger and bigger, and so will his army of spotters. And they'll be back next week, and they'll show that they got the speed to be here in the top split, and they'll prove to us that we got a good choice in them for backing them when they do come in and race with us here in the top split.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Now we're going to get our roving reporter, young Braden Martin, to come and say good day, mate. I'm going to guess you're in the second split here tonight.
Yeah, we were a little bit confused. I was kind of looking at thinking, well, sometimes Mid-Ohio people don't really like, so either literally no one has turned up, or with car 1 being 4,461, top split must have been a massive. So I'm guessing it was the latter of those two.
Yeah, mate, 5,500 odd. So it was tremendous turnout, and unfortunately for folks like yourself, and I know Ian Bevan turned up, Mr. Skippy himself from many moons ago, but couldn't crack it at 4,400. So yeah, look, massive. How was the racing in the second split, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. I could only manage P8 qualifying, so that made it hard when everyone started fighting pretty early. Hiroyuki Shoda made a bit of a mistake coming into the last section, and I got a good run on him onto the straight and went to go up the inside, and probably could have left a little bit more room, and he probably could have left a little bit more room as well. We touched, which sort of spun me, but I was able to hold on to it and continue on. Unfortunately, he got cleaned up by some cars behind. Ian Bevan took the win from Dimitri Philippides. So a couple of the top split guys normally when the soft is not insane. Mitchell Nichols got third, Ryan Portelli got fourth, Hiroshi Ueda and myself sixth. So yeah, it was all right. I think I could have caught Hiroshi, but Yannick Maral was pretty racy, which made it a bit tricky, losing a fair bit of time going through some spots. So I learned my lesson trying to battle you in Aussie car here, and was trying my best to want to sort of stay line of stern, but everyone wanted to not do that. So it was just one of those races.
Yeah, mate, it can happen, particularly at a track where it's so tough to pass. But not often you see a 3K soft in the second split. So yeah, tough night out regardless. But look, congratulations and thanks for coming in, mate. Hopefully back in the top split before too long. Either just through the hard work, mate, or just through sneaking in, because the action's pretty good up there, and look forward to having you back in it, mate. But anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to the Locked On lads, Brewster.coffee, 24/7 Race Control, driversclub.net.au, the one I forgot the other week, and CD Cinematography. And just check out the Locked On podcast, where I look forward to hearing you talk about tonight's race.
Yeah, mate, I look forward to it too. It should be good fun. All right, mate, thanks for coming by, and we'll talk to you in the coming weeks.
All right, see you, gents.
Yeah, Corey Braden Martin, roving reporter for the second split tonight, telling us what happened down there. Again, it's hard to say down there. 3K soft. That's probably the second or be the third highest for the week, and it only managed second split, mate. So goes to show you what happened here tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. And it's so strange now because Braden's become a bit of a mainstay in the top split racing action, to hear him being back down in the second split and struggling. Crazy times down there. Great to see Ian Bevan come back out and capturing a win. That's excellent news to hear. And hopefully, they'll be back again next week, whether in top split or second split, and proving that they deserve to be where they are as far as their I ratings are concerned, because we love seeing them on track, especially all the Aussie boys that we don't get to see too terribly much anymore.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Just looking at the results of the second split, the top four drivers are over 4K I rating. There you go, big night. All right, folks, that might do us. Corey, do you want to tell us, or tell the folks at home, what you got on this week?
So on Wednesday, over on the Aussie Sim Commentator channel, twitch.tv/Aussie_Sim_commentator, we're taking our NASCAR Next Gen's road racing at Road America, doing the full course there for 25 laps. It should be a pretty good show. No cautions, obviously, because it's a road course. And we'll see what our Oval boys can do over there with these Next Gen cars, which, as reports have heard from earlier on in the season when we went to Watkins Glen, are handling pretty damn good. A lot of people saying it handles a lot like the V8 supercars on iRacing, so it should be an interesting show to watch. Throughout the week, hopefully I'll be getting in to do some streaming on my personal channel, either some GTA or maybe some Chat AI racing. The Chat AI racing will mostly be on Friday, but we'll see if maybe we can sneak one or two of them earlier on in the week as well. And then it's back here next week with you, Alex, when we go to one of my personal favourite circuits, the Nürburgring GP circuit.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Every bit of it. But folks, make sure, like I said earlier on, check out the Locked On iRacing podcast. Comes out Thursday this week. It'll have all the news and views of the local ANZ iRacing scene, but also the Sunday Night Lights wrap for the week, where we will take another look at the action from tonight and go through the other results and the other splits and see where the standings in the championship are up to. But everything Top Split is on your screen as always. Check us out in the Discord, the Top Split, which is where we not only do the broadcast from the post-race interviews, but the community and all the results and all the SNL stuff's there as well. The Top Split on YouTube is where you find this and every other race replay for the past 25 seasons of Sunday and Monday Night Lights. And of course, each and every week here on Top Split TV on Twitch is where you find Corey and I calling the action of the best Skippy racing you can find anywhere on the planet, which is great to see. Make sure you hit thumbs up, like, subscribe, and all those good things at those different places. It really does help us a lot. But for now, folks, on behalf of the chaotic one, Corey Steinhauser, I'm Alex McKellar. Thank you for joining us and for your support, both on track and off. It is, as always, very much appreciated. But until next time, folks, ciao for now.